Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another video on Oracle Apex, and today we are going to discuss a very important topic that is called authorization schemes. It is related to the security of your application, and normally securities you handle with two areas. One is authentication and the second one is authorization. Authentication means first your application will authenticate, okay, this is the username and this is the password. Yes, this is the correct user who can access this application. Now, since he or she has already authenticated, means he's a valid user. Now, inside the application, there will be reports, there will be pages, there will be functionality, the features. So, exactly each user will be able to use which users, or you can say he or she can access which room, which hall, I mean, which area of your application. So this is where you get details and authorize the user to use certain functionality, right? So today we are going to discuss these standard functionalities in Oracle Apex, which you can just use very easily instead of creating your own authorizations schemes or etc by keeping in the table. Since it is there, so I thought let me share with you, maybe it will give you some information or benefits, right? So let's proceed with sort of demo. So if you see here, this is my application. I just test having few pages, couple of pages. Now the question is, I will be at the moment I have logged in with my user, and let's say for example I will have another user as well. So now I want to give access to certain user and will hide something and will, so things like that. And at the same time, this menu, it should appear to whom he or she has the access, right? So employees, let's say for example I have one user or multiple user who can access the employees. Now first let me show you this authorization scheme. If let me show you from the application how you can. So let's say this is your application, you will just come to the shared components or from the middle, and here you have authorization scheme. This is by default created, since I had created from the wizard the application, so these are created. You can create your own as well, but let me give you introduction of this. So there's administrative rights, there are contribution rights, and there's a reader rights, right? So if I will go to administrative rights or administration rights, I will show you how you will be able to give access for this. So this is my role name, right? Authorization scheme name, and once per page view, right? And this is the message. Scheme type is in role or group, right? So these are the scheme types. You have to choose from these scheme types if you are creating your own, right? Then same way it is contribution. Here you have the reader rights. Here, if you see here, there is a function, PL/SQL function returning something. It is checking the tables or the using setting dot get value all users, right? The current user, he has the role or not, has user any roles. See, this is built-in functionality, right? I will show you the ACL part as well and inside Oracle Apex. So that's it, very simple. Okay, after creating this authorization scheme, the next one is ACL, access control, right? So here you have these access control, and now here you will give access to the user. So in this case, this user is having administrator rights, right? Now what administrator can do, let me show you that as well. No, sorry. I just wanted to show you something, how, because there are different. So This is administrative right. This is already administrator having it. So where contribution rights are there, will administrator will be have the access? Yes. If you see here we have selected both administrative, administrator and contributor. Both are there. So let me go to the reader part. This one, right? This is getting authenticated from this function. Okay. So you can even, let's say for example, if the top level having access to, you will just give administrator, so they will have the contribution rights as well. Okay. Now how you will give access? This, you can come here in the shared components and you will give access to the user, right? And let's say for example this is Mahro and I have this user and I will give the contribution rights, right? So now Mahro can have contributor rights, not administrative right. So administrator will not have this. Now this is from the shared components. Now if same I have to do from the front end, because of course I will not have access to this maybe shared components. So you will come to the administration, and on the right side if you see here, these are the settings. Users, so there are two users now. One is contributor, one is administrator. You can add more, you can add multiple users as well. The same way you can create new one, and now access control. So any authorized user may access this application, right? Now if I will off it, then you need to be in the ACL. ACL I've just showed you, right? This is the ACL. Okay. Now the question is how I created it. I will come that in the later stage, because how these are created and all this. Now we will be seeing inside our menu how these are, this access is given to the objects or pages or whatever. So let's say for example this is my list. Here I have this menu, right? Navigation menu on the left side. So in this administration, this one, if another user will log in, he or she will not have the access, because this is for the authorization scheme administration rights. So you need to have the administration rights. If your user is not in the ACL as an administrator, you will not have this menu. So let me show you how what I'm saying. Sign out. Let me log into the other user, Maharo. Remember me, and that's it. See, where is the administration? It is not there, right? It is hidden. So for example, now from this normal user, I want to hide this dashboard as well. I'm just giving you an example, right? This dashboard, I don't want to show to the normal user, right? Come here, now cancel. This is dashboard, right? This one. This I want to give access to administrator, let's say for example, because I don't have multiple user at the moment. So if you refresh, that's it, gone. Nothing developed, just standard functionality. So I'm going to sign off, and now I will log in with my, see, even I have the admin account, but let's see, I will show you. See, this is not in ACL. I have another account in ACL, but this is not in the ACL. So it is giving me message. Let me add, okay, I will add from the front end now. Let me show you. I think this is my user, right? I will come to the administration, to the user, add admin and administrator, right? Done. Now I will go to admin, just admin now. Yeah, admin. That's it. administrative access is there, right? So Maruk is contributor. She will not have access of this dashboard and this administration. Now sometimes there is a smart move. Earlier it was there. I don't know. People were just changing from here from this top menu. If you don't have access, you will just pass a parameter. Okay, let us handle that. Now what I'm going to do, I will go to my page, right? So this is my dashboard, right? So menu we are already exited, but sometimes people can be smart. They can play with the URLs. So I will come on the page properties, and if you see here down, you will find here security, right? Under security authorization scheme, administrative rights. That's it. So now, even if someone is trying to play here with the URL, he or she will not have the access because here we have further restricted that this page. I'm not saying menu, I'm saying page can be accessed by this. Okay. Now, there is another way or possibility. So, for example, this menu, this region or this chart or whatever you can call it, you want to show to certain role or person. Where is that security? Security. Yes, this one, right? But since we have already given only to the admin to the whole page, you will not have access further because you will not have access to the page, right? But point is, you can even give access to the region, for example. Now, for example, I have a button. This is my button, approval, right? And in the approval button, even button I can give access. Who can access this? Right? So any user who will having access of as an administration rights, that's it. Now this button only will appear to the administrators. Simple, right? So another thing is, let's say there is another requirement, page item. So this is, for example, my salary field, right? You want to give access to the administration rights. So the point is, what is this contributor? You can create your own authorization schemes. Let's say, for example, on the top you want to create, for example, there's an administrator. Okay, that will be a default. Then you have CEO or management or whatever you can call it. Then you can have an approval group, or you can have data entry managers, whatever you call them, as per your own hierarchy or your own access matrix, whatever you can call it. But yes, you will have your own, the way your organization is performing or working or operational or whatever is there. So this is how you can even give access to the items as well on the page. Okay, leave. I think up to this it is clear now. Now let me create, I wanted to show you sample data sets. For example, I'm just installing this one once again, right? Just to create, or maybe we can go with the countries. Let's go with the country, right? I just want to create a new application. There are country things. Data set is a quick demo. If you have to practice, then it will be an easy activity. Okay, so it is saying create application, right? Now everything is by default. Scroll down. Here I wanted to show you something. This is why I am creating this application. Check all. See these options checked all, right? So let's say, for example, once you will check all are selected. There are other options as well, but here is, let me, this one, access control. For this application, if you want to create or enable access control, I will be using this one. So that functionality will be available. Let's say, for example, that page will be there. You can create manually as well. I'm just showing you from the wizard how you can create it, right? Configuration options, enable or disable application features, right? So check all, everything will be there. Progressive web app will be there, push notifications will be there, about page will be there. All these options from here you can select or deselect. Create application. Now here there is a problem, at least the way I see it. By default, it should at least add one user inside the ACL, but Oracle is not adding it, so you have to do first time one user or maybe admin user to be part of ACL. ACL stands for Access Control List, where you have access for to control certain things. Okay, creating report and form page. I don't know what kind of pages it is creating, but let it be there. We are not concerned about it. Okay, application created. So let me run it. Admin, remember. Let's see it will give error or not. See, this is what I was saying. So once you will create it, it will not have any user. So you will have to go to shared components. These are created, right? See, standard, same. These are created. So I'm not changing anything over here. I will be going to the application access control, right? See here the user added which is I think signed in user, but I wanted to, yes, it is adding one user, that is the current signed in, that is the administrator, right? But I want to add another one, administrator, this one, because I logged in with this. Yeah, it is adding, I think. Earlier it was in earlier version it was not adding, I believe. Okay, so now let's try. See, now the question is why it is not giving me access, because I have this session, if you see here, and this session was having this authentication or authorization issue, right? So I will remove this from here. Another session need to be created. Okay, so now it is authenticated and now I got this page, right? Administration is there, this page is there, right? And these administration pages and all these pages are, you can say, these feedback pages, these are also there. Let me show you this and bonus step, I would say. See, create page, there are features. See, everything is there. Access control is there, activity reporting is there, configuration options, email report, feedback, job reporting, login page, theme style selection, everything is there from the features tab, right? Legacy pages, I don't know what is there, because we will not use it. It's a legacy, let it be there, right? Create pages, copy, they have given options here now. So you can add, if you have not added through the wizard, or you have already application developed, you want to add these functionality of the access control, you can use this one. So it will give you the front end managing your application, this one. Okay, so now we have managed these menus through our authorization schemes. We have managed our page, even reports, whatever you want to use, regions, buttons, anything. You will have this authorization scheme, you can select and you can use, right? So please try and share your feedback, if it was helpful, not helpful, if you are using already or this is first time you are going to use it. So at least in the future videos we can consider such feedback, right? Thank you very much and Allah Hafiz.